Hey everyone, it's Girl Luna here. So today's video, I'll be showing you guys a different aspect of the 3D model on P5. So on the reference table, you see all these columns and rows of different sections on the reference. So on the 3D one, we'll be looking at the interaction. There are a few others which I will go check out on another video. So for this one, it says orbit control, which is a function. It says it allows moving around a 3D sketch using a mouse or trackpad or touch. Left click and dragging or swipe motion will rotate the camera position about the center of the sketch. Right clicking and dragging or multi-swipe will pan the camera position without rotation. Using the mouse wheel, so scrolling or pinching in and out will move the camera further or closer from the center of the sketch. This function can be called with parameter ditching, sensitivity to the mouse / touch movement along the X and Y axis. Calling this function while parameter is equivalent to calling the orbit control 1.1 to the reverse direction or moving in either axis. Oh my god. Enter a negative number for sensitivity. So this is the only examples. So you pretty much can do this, but let me copy and paste so I can it'll be more bigger and visible. So function says, so this whole part. Oh, I forgot this part. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. But let me make the cameras 400. I want to change this to just 1 or 1.5 actually. There we go. So as you can see, just like in the example, you can rotate this, move it around, make it like zoom in or out to get a better look. So if you just want to say just want to goof off, you can just use this, play around with this. Even though it doesn't say it explicitly, I am assuming you can also do this with other 3D objects like a cone or a spear. But it doesn't show. You may have to play around to figure out how to input that. But I think in general with any of the 3D objects you can just do this. Just actually kind of fun to play around with if you're that bored. This is actually kind of fun. The other one in this section, whoops, is the debug mode. Oops. There. It says the debug mode helps visualize 3D space by adding a grid to indicate where the ground, in quotation, is in the sketch and the axiom icon, which indicates with a capital X plus and a Y X plus and a Z. So this function can be called without parameters to create a default grid, the axiom icon, or it can be called according to the example above to customize the size, position of the grid, and the axiom icon. The grid is drawn using the most recent set stroke color and weight to specify the parameter. Add a call to stroke function and stroke weight just before the end of the draw loop function. By default, the grid will run through the origin, so 0, 0, 0, of a sketch along the XYZ plane, and the axiom icon will be offset from the origin. Both the grid and the axiom icon will be sized according to the current canvas size. Note that because the grid runs parallel to the default camera view, it is often helpful to use the debug mode along with the orbit control to help view of the grid. So this is what it's going to look like. So just like with the orbit control, you can move this around. So let me copy and paste the whole thing. Oops. Let's stop from here. I'll add the F when I copy and paste. There we go. So let me change this part. I may just have to go like this. And let's see if I need to, let me make this 400 on the canvas. And then I think that's it. Oh shoot. There we go. Thank God I can move this. So let me actually try to move this a little closer. So just like with the other one, you can zoom in and out, and you see the grid on it, like all over. Mainly on all the link part of it. So it will show you, like, in a sense, the dimension of it. Which is, again, still pretty cool. It just looks like Saturn. Even though this is not a sphere, it's a cube. It just reminds me of Saturn. Because it feels like the grid part is like the rings. So that's another aspect. So that's the show of the debug mode. There's also another example, I think, or it's just the same one. Yeah, it's just the same. Oh, whoa, the camera's gone. This one doesn't have the grid. Oh, yeah, this one's the most different. I think this is the. So there are a couple of examples. So let me. So function setup. So I don't think I need to go anywhere further. Oh, there we go. I was like, so let me see if I can. So it doesn't explicitly say. Whoops. doesn't explicitly say what each color represents. Well, actually, nope, that's a lie. I'm not. The description says it here. So the red line represents the x-axis, the green one is the y, and the blue one is the z. So it could be length times width times height. So that's how you can remember it. So that's what this one is. The other shows the grid. So I want to show this one. Oh, I'm copying the wrong one. There we go. So this is how the grid will look like. So that's pretty much what the debug one does. And then lastly, we have the non-debug mode. What it looks like, it's like the combination of the two, or mainly of the first one. It says top the debug mode in the 3D sketch. That's basically what it says. Simple. Which is interesting. So let's copy and paste on a much bigger canvas. So let me just put the 400. So this is what it's gonna look like. Having it on a big canvas looks actually kind of like funny almost. It's like you have a tiny box in the center. It's like far away from anything. So that's pretty much it. So that was all three sections in the 3D interactions. So that would be it for today. So if you guys like today's showing, please like and comment. And if you guys want me, if you see any categories you want me to specifically demonstrate, please let me know in the comments. Until next time, bye everyone.